All right, good morning, tribe, and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbruggen, broadcasting here live from Ravenscar, my backyard. I had a bit of a scare this morning. I took my notebook out here, fired it up, and nothing. Absolutely dead, completely dead. Which was confusing me because I had it plugged in all weekend, and so it should have been all charged up. But now I have it just plugged into the cord. I think the battery might be going on it. Hey, good morning, Surrender. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you all doing? Hey, Bonnie. Happy Monday. Hey, Melanie. Getting ready? Hey, Tina. You coming into Houston today? Yeah, so here we are, T minus what, 48 hours? How did Thursday go with Amazon? I would call it a draw, in that it ended up with both of us like that at each other. So we'll see. It's a battle. But as far as the sales go, even that weren't as good as I was kind of hoping it would be. We sold 42 bottles. Back when the liver pill came out, we sold 58. And so the goal was to get 60. We thought the immune pill would sell better, especially in light of everything going on. But so be it. But hey, you all are helping me, so I appreciate that for everything. But yeah, when we went into good negotiations again with Amazon, with those numbers, they were like, "Yeah, go away, kids." So it's like, all right. Anyway, all right. Hey, Wolf. Hey, Cleo. Hey, Donna. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Mary. Wow, 59. What is it here? It's warm. It's kind of humid here. It's not too bad. Oops. I probably should check this. So 75 degrees here right now. Let's see. Bonnie, I am in the hospital. Bees, what is good for thinning blood? Well, the aspirin is the big one, and the turmeric, chemicals in turmeric will also thin blood. But if you're in the hospital, let's go with what the doctor says, because we don't want to. If you're in the hospital, there's things going on, and without knowing the whole picture, I don't want to just start throwing herbs at you. But yeah, the willow bark aspirin and the turmeric would be the top two. Let's see. Hey, good morning, Donald. Yeah, I was hoping Space City Weather would have updated things by now. When I last checked before starting the show. Hey, good morning, Rexana. There hadn't been an update, so I don't know what's going on. But as of last night, there was a 30% chance, according to them, of Laura hitting the Galveston, Houston area as anywhere from a Class 2 to a Class 4 hurricane, which would suck. 50% chance of it hitting east, basically hitting Beaumont, and then Houston, getting some wind and some rain, but nothing too bad. And then 20% chance of it hitting Louisiana. Oh, okay. There is an update, so I'll have to check that out. Hey, Christina. Hey, Kimberly. Yep. Happy Monday. Hey, April. All right. Tina, in a nutshell, can you report to the tribe what the latest update is, or at least where it's heading? So we have one of those countertop ice maker things. And so for the last few days, I've been cranking it out, making ice, just to, fill up the freezers and everything. And I had it running last night. And when the house is all awake and everyone's doing their thing and it's really noisy, you don't hear the ice maker. But in the middle of the night, when it's silent, it sounds like people breaking into your house and running through the house and really noisy, and ended up no one got a good sleep last night because of the damn ice maker. Hey Nick, welcome back, man. We missed you. Looks like you were having a good time. I'm assuming you were using that power box thing that you had made. Were you charging that off your car, or were you doing some solar panels, or what? Okay. So this is good. Current probability of border of Texas, Louisiana, but. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we'll see what happens there. Hey, Nick, imagine you were up in Colorado or somewhere with the hurricane hitting here. Imagine the panic you would be in, wondering what's going on with your house. So now you have a day to get ready. Okay, so Marco left her. Still possible to push Laura farther west. Yeah, weather is complicated. Hey, Joe. How you doing this morning? Hey, Eileen. I haven't seen my dad yet. Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. Are you here? Okay. You get 3 batteries in the trailer tongue box with a modular solar to charge. And it's a separate battery box for more mobility. Cool. That's always the thing nowadays. Power, electricity. We are creatures of comfort. Yeah. And so we need our electricity for all our, fans and doodads. And it's so I have 2 solar arrays. I get around 100 watts of power and charge several batteries so I can keep going. I have a generator that I've had for I got it after Ike, and I've never actually used it. Hey, good morning, Kathleen. Hey, Joe. Upright is good, even on a Monday. Hey, Joe. Hey, Sandra. Coffee. Coffee is the force. It is what holds the universe together. Yeah, I probably cursed us, and by cursed us, I mean the storm will not come anywhere near Houston. Because over the weekend, I ended up deciding to drain my rain barrels watering. So I gave the ground a good soaking and emptied my rain barrels on the hope that a storm will come and fill them up again, which means it's not going to. So that was my job. That's what I did to try and protect Houston. Hey, Mike. Hey, Sherry. How you doing? Uh-oh, I have closed captioning now. I guess, what is it? YouTube automatically puts closed captioning on there. I don't know if Facebook. Hey, Kelly. But so be it. I find it doesn't do my name right. It calls me like broadcast instead of Vorderbruggen. Nope, you're heading out time? Okay, Tina, good luck at school. Hopefully John packed a lunch for you with a little sweet note in it. So Memba Weather, the younger one, she's the one with the high executive functioning skills. She's taken it upon herself to start making lunches for Mini Weather for school, because they both go to the school there. So Memba Weather will make her lunch and then make a similar lunch for Mini Weather. And then Memba Weather actually puts a little note in it each day, telling Mrs. Weather, or Mini Weather, she's wonderful, or how grateful she is to be her sister, and all this sort of thing. It's kind of sweet. I'm hoping Mrs. Weather, Mini Weather, need the brain pill. Mini Weather will hold on to all those notes and carry them with her throughout her life, because everyone needs a box of notes that they carry on through their life with them. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, let's see. Marco will hit us Tuesday morning. So when you say us, Melanie, are you meaning Houston? I'm okay with that, I guess. Hey, Catherine. Whoop. Yeah, I hope the storms are mild too. Yeah, they're just good. I'm not even gonna. So Kathleen Noah says, many times, human or computers cannot pronounce Soliu, and I probably screwed it up too, but so be it. Okay, Houston. Is Marcos even a hurricane? I kind of dropped Marcos off my radar, but okay. Hopefully we get rain. I guess I'll be broadcasting from the front porch. Okay, so I really missed you guys over the weekend. It's weird. I was able to sleep in until 6:50. But it's like, I wonder what the tribe's doing today. Okay, I was close in your pronouncing your name. Oh well. Like I said, I personally don't feel bad about screwing up people's names because no one ever got my name right. And I understand that not everyone knows how to pronounce every word. If Tina were here, she would really vouch for me in my Latin, how bad it is. I like that. Whoops. Yeah, sure. There's a petition going around to rename Laura Polo. I would love that. Marco Polo. So it is tropical storm. Okay. In some ways, that almost bothers me because at least in our house here, knocking on wood, the worst issue we had was from Allison, Tropical Storm Allison. So I guess Ike. Sorry, I got an ant crawling along my computer. Ike, we were without power for 6 days, and our garage door got trashed for some reason. The winds corked it all up. So, but Allison was the scarier one because the water came right up. With if we had gotten like another 4 or 6 more inches of rain, we might have flooded there. Yep, someone got it right. Hey, Kimberlyn. Yeah, Allison. The thing I remember about Allison is so while Mrs. Weather and I were moving everything from the first floor up to the second floor, everything we were worried about, we had the TV on, and I don't remember which station it was. One of the downtown news stations there in Houston. I don't remember which one. They said, "Look, we're flooding. Water is coming into the studio. We have to shut down. God bless you. Hopefully we'll see you on the other side of this." And the screen just went, into that technical difficulties thing. So it's like, holy crap, the news station got flooded and had to shut down. This is bad. We had only been in Houston for 3 years at that point. So we really weren't. It was our first big one. Since then, we've become a little more blasé. Like, I just make sure I have enough beer, enough ice, cleaning supplies, bleach, things like that, just to make sure. Yeah, the hurricanes or something. It didn't seem like they were a big deal, but we're wrong. Yikes. Go away, Ant. Let's see. Hey, Johnny. Monday. Yeah. I guess I gotta say, when joining the Medicine Man Plant Co., it's like I look forward to working. It's like, yay, stuff. I'm helping the world. So it's not paint stripper. Oh. So Friday, I actually had a chance to run down to Pearland where I used to work and meet up with some friends. I don't know if we can see this here, but I got down there early, so I hit the Salvation Army, which I like Salvation Armies and Goodwill stores and stuff. I'm always looking for cast iron pans and so forth. Anyway, I don't know if you can see this, but in the Salvation Army, there was all these Crown brand materials, and in particular, focus. the Strip Max paint strippers. So this was the company that I worked for. We made all these products. I was the one who invented the Strip Max paint strippers. They're at the bottom. This stuff. I'm not sure I'll see that. But so I walk into Goodwill, and here's all my stuff on clearance for pennies because of the whole screw up at Lowe's where we sent them the wrong labeled stuff, and Lowe's said, you know what, we're done with you. And so the Lowe's there down the road from the Salvation Army ended up donating all our products. They actually had a whole wall. I was just showing you one shelf of it. But they had 5-gallon drums of kerosene that we sold, all the different solvents and paint strippers and acetone and MEK and paint thinner. And they had a bunch of big 1-gallon cans of denatured alcohol, which I was really tempted. But it was like walking in and just seeing a complete rejection of my existence. I almost like bought one of each, but then I realized I don't want to just store bottles of paint stripper in my house because I invented it. So I sent the picture to my old boss, and she said, okay, yeah, that probably hurt. Sorry about that. But don't worry, we've renamed it. It's no longer Strip Max. It has a different name. And now it's being sold across the country via the independent paint stores and hardware stores, like the Hardware Hanks and Ace Hardwares, those sort of things. They use Lancaster is the distributor that they buy most of their stuff from. And so my formulas are still out there, still stripping paint safely, just not under the Strip Max name. Let's see. So that was in Pearland on 5/18. So there's 30 comes in from the north, and it crosses 5/18, and you head east on 5/18. Yeah, I gotta say, most Houston Goodwills suck. The Goodwills and the Salvation Armies and all that. The ones in Pearland were slightly better than other ones in the Houston area. Definitely better than the ones in Spring. But they got a Goodwill on one side of 5/18, and across the street is a Salvation Army. So you pull out and go around, and there's a Harbor Freight there too. And they actually did pretty good. I'd spent I'd usually go about once a week just to hit those the two and see what they had. And I got I found a absolutely wonderful frying pan. I'm getting together assorted camping gear and household goods to store up at Uncommon Bees, and so I've been looking for cook pots and durable plates and so forth. And they had this wonderful Cuisinart, I don't know how to pronounce it, big frying pan for like $6, and it was absolutely gorgeous and heavy, and it has the stainless steel pan thing, and then the big slab of carbon steel or cast iron on the bottom as a heat diffuser, and then a layer of copper under that. And so yeah, I got that for $6 and a bunch of plastic plates and things. So yeah. The Goodwill and the Salvation Army, 5/18 east of 30. It's pretty good. Let's see. Here's a question. So, is there anyone know where I can get fresh figs near Austin Bastrop? And I'm not sure which fig trees do well up there. I would, if anyone can help, anyone up in the Austin area know if there's any farmers market or has a place with good figs right now. Sun's coming out. Yeah, I mean, they had at least 4 of the big square metal cans of the denatured alcohol. What I was intrigued by, they had several of the big 5-gallon metal drums of kerosene. So if anyone has a kerosene heater or anything like that, I guess kerosene heaters aren't that popular down here, but up like in Minnesota, New York, South Dakota, they were a godsend. Yep. I got to tell you, Ace Hardwares are awesome. I spend way too much money at Ace Hardware. Because they have all the little stuff that the big box stores don't carry. What is it? Let me check my text. What did my boss say it was called? Hold on. Let's see. Okay, it is the Tough Strip. Tough Strip at the Ace Hardwares. So yeah, so if you see Crown brand Tough Strip in like Ace Hardwares or any of the other small independent hardware stores, that's my stuff. Oops, I got a. Hold on, I got a message, a work message here. All right. Okay. There's a question about a shipment. All right. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Let's see. New Braunfels Market may have figs. Let's just see here. Just a thought. You're going to be a very hot commodity when the shit hits the fan. But seriously, what do I plant now to have for the shit hits the fan? Okay, what you want, Kay? You want calories and you want vitamin C. Those are the main things that you should have in a survival garden. Things that supply vitamin C because you need it every day to maintain your all aspects of your health. But you can't. Oh, man, we got ants all over here. Ants are not high in vitamin C. So you need some source of vitamin C, a stable, repetitive source of vitamin C. If you live in an area where you have pine trees, a pine tree is by far your best source of vitamin C. The pine needles, a tea made from it. If you go to Foraging Texas Pine, you will loblolly pine. You will see the key on how to make vitamin C rich tea from pine needles, because there is a trick to it. And then calories. Calories is tougher. I'm a big fan of sweet potatoes because they grow well in my yard. They grow in full sun. They look like landscaping plants. The leaves are really edible and nutritious. And of course, the tubers. You can take the leaves and dry them and pound them into a powder, a nutrient-rich powder that you can then add to like your rice and your beans and things like that to up the nutrient qualities. But yeah, tuberous things are usually your best source of calories. Sweet potatoes are good because they store well. They're fairly prolific, but you still need a lot of them. If you have a pecan tree, walnut tree, some of the nut trees, those are good too. But canna lilies, if we can see it here. Let me take the computer over here. So canna lilies are. I can't. Let me bring a canna lily. Let's see. Will this work? This banana-y looking thing, that's a canna lily. And they have big tubers that are also edible like a potato. So what else in your yard? I mean, it partially depends on where is your yard, how much sun do you get, how much time do you have to put into it. But tubers, calories is where it's at, because that's going to be the hardest to get through foraging. A lot of the wild edibles will be high in vitamins, high in minerals. You can get those all year round, but it's the calories where you run into problems. And so I tell people, if you're going to store food, store the rice, store the beans. Don't bother with dehydrated, eggs or fruit or things like that. In a truly survival situation, sorry, my power cord is, those will be luxuries. They won't be necessary because, unless there's, radioactive contamination all over the place, the different weeds around you will supply a large part of the nutrients, but it's the calories that are tough. The kerosene was the 5-gallon cans with the little spout on the top. Okay, question. How about loquat for vitamin C? Not a whole lot of vitamin C. A Meyer lemon. Okay, I'm basing on the Houston area because, again, I don't know where the other person was. But if you're looking for a citrus fruit type thing, the Meyer lemon would be a good choice because they grow well, at least in the Houston area. As you move farther west or north, it becomes a little trickier. But then you can take and dry. You cut the Meyer lemons into slices and dry them. As far as loquats, they have some vitamin C, but they're not like a rich source of vitamin C. Sunchokes, yeah. So sunchokes, Jerusalem artichokes, another tuber. They like moist, rich soil, somewhat shady. They really like to grow along stream banks and places like that. So if you have kind of a damper area in your yard, they'll do well there. Keep in mind that the sunchoke tubers, the Jerusalem artichoke tubers, generally make a lot of gas in people. The reason being is the sunchokes, those tubers are high in a very complex starch known as inulin, not insulin, but inulin. And the human body has a hard time breaking the inulin down and getting energy from it, but the gut bacteria love it. So the gut bacteria go and start breaking it down, and one of the side effects of that is it produces a fair amount of methane and some sulfide gases. So one of the colloquial, one of the like slang names for the Jerusalem artichoke, sunchoke tubers is the stinking wind because it can cause gas in a lot of people. So greenbrier overall, no. The amount of starch in the tubers, they only have about 30% starch and 70% wood fiber. So for the big tuber, you only get a little bit of starch, and it's actually a lot of work to process it out from the wood. So there's a problem there. So I would not count on greenbrier as a calorie source to plant. Ooh. Okay, time for the group take. Yay! So those of you out there with the liver pill, let's do the liver pill. Yay! And I had an extreme weekend. Feeling good, but it was probably did more than I probably should have. So I'm going to take all 4 of the liver pill right now. Because I don't know if you can see them. 4. Because I need to pump up my liver. Okay, liver pill. The brain pill. And I'm going to take all 3 of my brain pill today, right now, too, rather than 2 now and 1 later, because it's going to be an intense work day. So. And finally, the most important one, the immune pill. And again, this is the 3 one, or 3 capsule one. just, I don't know. I mean, it's 5-second rule. There it is. Okay. That was 5 seconds, right? All right, I am now immortal. All right, and for those of you, because I gotta throw it out here. Oops. I'll just put the whole thing. All right. So, yeah, all the FDA warnings and everything. Let's see. So what did I do this weekend? So Saturday, I basically built something. I was working on my vehicle, tearing it apart and rewiring the shortwave radio systems and all that. And you really can't do that without beer and barbecue and grilled. And then Saturday night was family movie night with lots of popcorn. Mamba Weather makes the best. I don't know how she can take just popcorn and butter and salt and sprinkle Mamba Weather magic on it. I don't know what else is in there. There's some different herbs and flavors, but absolutely fantastic. Overindulged in that. And then Sunday, I had church in the morning, but then got together with some friends and spent all day out in the woods, hanging out and looking at plants and gorging ourselves, and then came home, and Mamba Weather had made bacon cheeseburgers, and then I introduced Mini Weather to margaritas. She just got a little bit, I got the full one, but she's 17 now. She'll be heading off to college in a year, so we're trying to show her basically that alcohol isn't magic, but it's also not mystery. And there is something weird going on. Whoa. Okay, suddenly the video glitched and delayed. Okay, we're back in time now. But yeah, so margaritas and burgers last night, and then more shortwave radio stuff. So it was it may not sound like much, but there was a lot going on. Oh, and with the burgers, of course, potato chips and baked beans and all that sort of stuff. So it was like a really unhealthy weekend when it came right down to it. Oh, cool, Kelly. The immune pills are arriving today. Excellent. We got that delay again. Let me know, Kelly, how the package arrived. So Amazon has still been messing around with things, and we've had one case where they just put the bottle in the box without the extra packaging, and it arrived broken. So on the plus side, that counts against Amazon, not us, but it was still upsetting. So let me know, anyone, if you get a package that the bottle isn't shrink wrapped, or so the way it's supposed to be is the bottle is shrink wrapped and then put in a small box, and then extra packing material in the box to keep it, from rattling around. If you get one where either the bottle is not wrapped, or there isn't the extra packing material in the box, or none of that, if it's just a bottle rolling around in the box, let me know, because that is ammo we can use against Amazon. Oops, I see someone saying, Jason Forker, good question. So, okay. Will needles from any pine tree be good for tea? There are many different varieties near me. Yes. Any member of the Pinus genus, so any of the true pine trees, the needles can be used to make a vitamin C rich tea. The trick is you don't boil the needles. You take the green needles off the tree, chop them up really, really finely, because you want to rupture that cell wall, because otherwise you won't get the vitamin C out of them. So you need to finely chop it up, rupture the cell wall, You got to keep the water under 180 degrees. So at boiling, vitamin C, you lose 10% of the vitamin C every minute because vitamin C is somewhat temperature sensitive and is easily broken by heat. Between 180 to about 200, you lose, a lot less. Below 180, you really don't lose any vitamin C. So you want to, usually what I tell people is let the water come up to boiling, then take it off the heat, let it cool for 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes is better. Then add your pine needles to it. If you know the spaghetti trick, you measure spaghetti for a group of people, you kind of make a fist. For the average person, you want about a 50 cent piece diameter cluster of pine needles chopped up in a gallon of water, and then that will more than supply all the vitamin C. Really, you only need to drink about half a gallon of that, but usually it's easy, depending on the pot and stuff. Lawn care. You can do like a quarter size in a quart. Okay. 7:59. But yeah, any pine tree, any true pine. Now, Norfolk pines, the decorative pine trees, are not pine trees, so they do not work. They're actually poisonous. The larch is not a pine tree. Cypress are not pine trees. Cedars are not pine trees. Okay, it is 8 o'clock. I need to get going. So love you all. Let's stay safe. We'll keep tracking on the storm. We will see, where I'm broadcasting from tomorrow. Probably on the front porch or maybe the dining room table or something like that. But otherwise, have a great Monday. Oh, this Thursday, assuming we have power, don't know what's happening. Tribe member RH Snow will be my special guest. She usually shows up for the late show. She's a science fiction author, and she just started a series taking place in a post-apocalyptic Texas world. And so she will be the guest this Thursday evening to talk about the book and all that. So tune in then. But otherwise, tomorrow we'll probably be talking hurricane weather type stuff. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Love you. Mom and Dad, I guess I didn't see you out there. So I don't know if you came through or not today. But probably see you tomorrow. All right. Much love. Bye. End broadcast.